you will never be able to tune in. Tune in.
You know what it is?
My opinions are facts podcast.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Okay, what's happening? Thanks for tuning in. Right now, it's getting kind of crazy with, LeBron and Stephen A. Smith right now, beefing all crazy right now. LeBron, he just on Pat McAfee yesterday, talking a lot of stuff, about, Jordan, Stephen A. Smith, a couple of his other, Glazers and stuff, but, they also this morning see Stephen A. Smith, basically the whole show coming at LeBron. They, got his Glazers switching sides on him. So I don't know. I mean, with Stephen A. been doing, I feel where he's coming from. I feel where LeBron's coming from. I'm just glad to hear LeBron uncut, on Pat McAfee, saying that Stephen A. he's on a Taylor Swift what's called was it concert or whatever and stuff, talking all crazy. But at the end of the day, both of them, like, they need to just hash it out, like, get together, talk about it. I doubt it's gonna be like in the public. Ain't nothing gonna go on each other's podcast. Ain't nobody gonna go on each other's show. They need to talk about it, need to talk about it, privately, because all this is just everybody just turning sides on each other. And then, each other, like, everybody who's taking their sides, the other ain't gonna be messing with no more. And we know how much pull both sides got, So, like, LeBron, I think LeBron, he needs to apologize first. No, I'm not a LeBron hater like everybody else will say. No, I'm just saying, like, I understand about your child. Your son, he's an NBA player, and everybody need to quit treating him like he's a little child, like, teenage kid. No, he's a grown man playing a sport. So if I sit on her and say, hey, the boy suck, like, he just suck, not saying he'll never improve or no nothing, but you got people out there is going to criticize the way how he plays, and that's what it is. Like, look how he been playing. Now, don't get me wrong, he been balling, the past with a couple games and stuff, G League and NBA. But, all this is prior before that. So, if he ain't that good, then he's not that good. So we'll see what happens in the playoffs. If he's gonna get PT in the playoffs or not. But this is all stemming from his way of play. So, like Stephen A. said, I'm not coming at your son. I'm coming at you. You put all this pressure on him. So now also too, LeBron's side credit, yeah, that's your son and this and that, but you gotta understand this. He's a basketball player, so the way how everybody look at him and this and that. So when the next draft class come in and ain't players suck, no, let's give him the Bronny treatment. Oh, he's a nice kid. He's a nice kid, and we should respect him and this and that and stuff. Nah, y'all never really did this with any rookie. Like, And I don't care if he's LeBron's son. It just is what it is. Like, yo, if he's not that good, he's not that nice, then it is what it is. Like, people, like, you see that meme with that draft class with Steph Curry, right? With Flynn and all them guys that got picked before Steph Curry. And y'all say, oh, yeah, all them, suck. They should have got Steph Curry. Well, none of y'all say, oh, Flynn was a nice boy and he needs that more respect. No, y'all didn't. Y'all discredited him and thinking everybody like Steph Curry should have been picked before them. So give them the same treatment y'all give Bronny. Bronny just not good. Like, Bronny, was averaging 1 point. All them other players that got drafted ahead of Steph Curry was scoring more than 1 point, but no one ain't give them an excuse. So, we got to start giving rookies excuses. It is what it is. But But yeah, this morning first take was crazy. You know what I mean? Stephen A started off the show the first 20 minutes coming at LeBron. You know what I mean? Putting out there like, you know what it is, like Jordan's accolades. Like for real, like, all right, I guess you know his main reason really to think is because he don't call LeBron the GOAT. Um, I don't know. I don't know what LeBron really mad at. We know about his kid, but I'm sure his stuff have been brewing for years. You know what I mean? So Stephen A just ran down Jordan's accolades and stuff. I'm like, all right, you've been saying for years who's the best. Like, that's your opinion. You know what I mean? So you don't have to run through Michael Jordan's accolades. I'm tired of hearing who's better. You know what I mean? This person, that person, the GOAT. You know what I mean? Yeah, we know it's Jordan. But anyways, though, I'm just tired. Now you don't have to run down Jordan's accolades because you know why? Don't put Jordan in this. This is between y'all. You know what I mean? Don't, know what I mean? Jordan, you know what I mean? He been retired from this. Like, he don't even want to talk about this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Kobe was the same way. Like, he got asked, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The GOAT and this and that. Well, Kobe said they retired. I don't care. He said, man, hey, watch my highlights. Where y'all feel. I'm in the next phase of my life. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So all this GOAT situation, talking this and that and stuff, because at the end of the day, you got other players who really don't get that credit. Like, you know what I mean? That really got a fair argument, like, you know, Cream. And I understand Cream barely lost damn games, and I don't think he lost a college game or a high school game, something like that. You know what I mean? And he won how many championships, like the college level and high school state level, you know what I mean? So y'all guys like kind of just, man, come on, like, you know what I mean? And also too, I mean, look at Dr. J. He got something to say too, but you know, he just had one ring, you know what I mean? So it has to, but the ABA, you know, he did his thing in that, but that was before the league merged. So, anyways, though, I think, you know what I mean, CBA just, you know what I mean, all right, take today to talk about what LeBron said yesterday. I understand. Here's what it is. Say what you know what I mean, gotta say, and man, let's dead this. Y'all shouldn't talk about it no more unless both of y'all is in the same room or on the phone. This, I'm tired of this. You know what I mean? Y'all too, like, it's been going on for how long? For how long? And y'all just gotta let it go. Let it go. You know what I mean? You know, like, hey, LeBron, you just had a little clutch moment last night, you know what I mean? And you know, it's about time for you, you know what I mean, get, you know, playoff ready. Stephen A, you know, same thing too. You know what I mean? Now you're gonna be a little bit busy because baseball's coming around the way. So you're gonna be start talking about the baseball games. You get the NBA about to hit the playoffs, football starting to warm up. You know what I mean? So man, y'all got a lot of things to talk about instead. Keep beefing. I mean, you know what I mean? Bronny, like I said, hey, get his game up. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, he played all right in the past couple of days, but you know, you got to build on that. You know what I mean? Hey, we see Jeremy Lin, like, he's balling for a month, and then after that month, that was the end of him. But yeah, man, y'all need to hash it out. I'm tired of this because, you know, this is words and words being said both sides, and y'all gonna be forever. You know what I mean? If y'all do, then so be it. But we ain't trying to hurt all the time. Y'all just trying to talk all this and that and show out in front of us. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't gonna fight, you know what I mean, or no nothing and stuff. Like, yo, we want to, if y'all gonna do this for clout or whatever, yo, say something between y'all two, phone conversation or this and that directly to y'all, like in the face, or know what I mean, something. I'm tired y'all too, just going back and forth on this show, that show. Nah, we want to see y'all face to face, know what I mean, and talk that stuff. Now, that's how it's going to end. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we y'all try to prove to us. We don't care no more. Like, really. Y'all making this way more personal than what it is. We're tired of it. Unless y'all really going to do something. But at the end of the day, all this GOAT talk, man, we need to stop talking about this GOAT talk. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. This is the main reason for LeBron to really beef with Stephen A. Stephen A, I think you did a good enough job clearing it up what you really was talking about. Like you said, LeBron, he think you was really talking about his son, but you know, I mean, you cleared it up. You say, yo, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. But even I think it still didn't get through LeBron's head yesterday because he still didn't bring it up. He was like, yo, you know what I mean? Oh, my son, this. No, he's talking about you. So take it what he's saying about you and like, hey, you know what I mean? Yo, quit talking about me. You know what I mean? But you know, I think LeBron can't say nothing back because it was true what Stephen A said. You know what I mean? You hype your son up saying he's better than a lot of these players in the league, and look what happened. He's not. He's in the G League. Like you push him to get, you know what I mean, a contract, you know, NBA contract. He got that for what, 2 years, $8 million. Barely see the floor. How is he better than a lot of players in the league? He can't really play in the NBA. Yeah, Stephen A is right in a lot. You know what I mean? But like I say, he wasn't dissing him. So at the end of the day, even though it's miscommunication and stuff, I think it still don't register in LeBron's head. Because he's talking about my kid. So at the end of the day, like, yo, y'all need to dead it after the show. You know what I mean? Well, you know how LeBron is. He like to block people, so you probably can't really reach out to him. So you hit Matt Carter up like, hey, you know what I mean? You know, hey, get your face out, old girl Adele. You know what I mean? Get out that studio and hit LeBron, hit Stephen A up, man. Y'all gotta do this because this is getting nowhere. But then again, it's a lot of clout for them. You know what I mean? So people going to tune into Stephen A's podcast tonight. They heard a raw uncut of everything. You know, he might jump into another podcast, whatever and stuff. But y'all gotta do this, man. It's getting old. Yeah, LeBron, Bronny's not what he's supposed to be. We know that all this is old. We're tired of hearing that. I mean, it's been a month now. We're tired. We're tired of clout chasing. So both y'all just need a man up, hashes out. And Stephen A, once you hash it out, we don't hear no, you know what I mean, backpedaling on something else, another podcast and this and that, man. Just keep it real. You know what I mean? We understand, you know what I mean? Jordan's the GOAT. We know that. We know that. But man, let's move on, man. We about to hit the NBA playoffs. You know, there's another storyline in the Lakers because the storyline with Bronny fell. Storyline with JJ Redick kind of fell in. Luka, he playing all right, you know. You just hit a game winner last night, but you know, really the Laker storylines just whack because we know y'all not good enough to make to win the championship. Yeah, y'all thought like, oh, we Lakers number 2 is going to be something, but it's not. You know, it's just a little fluke. You know, I mean, everybody get that, and then now look what it turned into. You know, let's give the not clout, the real news to the teams that's really winning and looking like making record numbers. You know what I mean, for their team overall wins or losses, like Cavaliers and what's it call it, the OKC. Like, now I mean, they get no talk all season long. These teams are under 15 losses, and no one ain't talking about them at all season. It's crazy. You know what I mean? No, Shea, you know what I mean, he gets a little bit of talk because you know he's, you know what I mean, about to get the MVP, but damn, y'all don't really even talk about him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people sitting there like, yo, Bull gets 30 points a game and ain't nobody reporting this. Ain't nobody reporting this Bull, like, you know what I mean, about to win MVP and he's scoring 30 something a game. Like, hey, we don't know how. I bet a lot of players think, oh, he shoots a lot of threes, and he really don't. You know what I mean? He goes in the paint a lot. But you know, you got stuff like this just overshadowing, and we don't know what the whole league is playing like. Oh, they need to bring back like what's the NBA inside stuff? Used to come on Saturday mornings while I was a kid. You know, we start learning all the players in the league, not just the star players like Michael Jordan, this and that and stuff. Now we see the role players, wing players. Shit, the guy who hosted, he was a football player. He never played basketball. He was a football player. for the Raiders. Amal Rashad, like he never played basketball, ended up being the host of NBA Inside Stuff. Now, I mean, you see all your favorite players. I was a Sean Kemp fan back then. You know, we'll see Sean Kemp, Gary Payton on her sometime. We'll see like, you know, the role players like Detlef Shrimp, Horace Grant, you know what I mean? All them other like players that don't get that much, like, you know, PT, you know what I mean, on sports channels and stuff like ESPN. I think ESPN is like the only sports channel anyways back then. So, you know what I mean, they got that time to shout on that show, you know, on for an hour, Saturday mornings, 12 o'clock. You know, let's talk about other players instead of all this LeBron, Stephen A. It's getting boring, man, because y'all already said what y'all need to say. Like, you know what I mean? Well, I understand LeBron speaking his speech yesterday because he never said his stuff out in public. So, all right, we get his side now. But we heard Stephen A's side how many times? So, man, let's dead this. Get on with the sports, the real sports that's happening. You know what I mean? I'm mad that Russell went to the Giants, Steelers. I don't know what y'all doing. But anyways, though, I'm in and out with this. 5 o'clock, we're putting the NBA picks in. So, see y'all at 5 o'clock. My opinions are flex.